All right, so this is my topology over here. ASA 192.1.50.0, the outside network. Inside 10.11.11.0, one DMZ called DMZ6, 192.1.60.0 public network, DMZ7, 192.168.70.0 private network. I'm going to be setting up 6 different VPNs on this particular topology. Let's take a look at all 6 of them and see what's different between the 6. Everybody following along, guys. My first VPN. R4 to R6. My objective, to encrypt traffic from 10.4 to 10.6. So my tunnel endpoint will be R4, going through R2, through the ASA firewall, terminating the tunnel on R6. The peer address over here on R4 would be 192.1.60.6. This is a public address. What I've done on R2 is I've done a static route saying in order to get to the 60 network, go via the ASA. All right. He has a default gateway to R4, sorry, to the ASA. ASA knows how to get to R4. He has a default route towards R2. Everybody okay with this? That's my first VPN. We're going to set that up. But before we do that, I want you guys to see another one, and then we'll start it. I also want to do my second VPN, which is going to be from R3 to R7. R7 is going to set it up with a destination of 192.1.23.3, public address. Default gateway over here, default gateway over here. He's directly connected to 23. How about R3? What is R3's peer address? R2 is the internet. It cannot be 192.168.70.0. Why not? So I need to do what? NAT over here to translate the tunnel peer to something on the outside. Let's say 192.1.20.7 maps over to 192.168.70.7. Good so far. Right? So how do we set these 2 tunnels up? Let's start with the first one. Let's do 4 to 6 and see what I need to do on the ASA firewall to make this work. So these are the VPNs that we'll be focusing on now. Our first one. This is between what? R4 and R6. Understood, guys? So help me out. You guys now should be good at doing VPNs. R4, this guy over here, 24.4, needs to set up a VPN to 60.6 to encrypt traffic from 10.4 to 10.6. Everybody follow, guys? All righty then, let's hit it. So on R4, step 1, phase 1, crypto ISACAMP policy 10, auth pre-share, hash MD5, group 2, encryption, triple des. Crypto ISACAMP key, Cisco 123, address is 60.6. Tell me if you guys are okay with phase 1. I'm on R4, destination 60.6. It's through the firewall, but my address remains the same. I just need to open up the appropriate entries on the firewall. Phase 2, transform-set, ESET, ESP triple des, ESP, let's say MD5, HMAC. Step 3, ACL. And 4, 101, permit IP 10.4 to 10.6. Crypto map. Peer is 60.6. Set transform 101, match address. Sorry, this is 101, this is TSET. Just want to make sure you guys are up. Outgoing interface. Let's see, R4. Ooh, I need to open up all these one at a time. Those are the ones that we need to right now. So I'll go over here, 4, 2, ASA 6. Copy it. Let's go to 4. Show IP route. Default gateway pointing to 24.2. R2. Show IP route. I'm connected to 24. My address is .2. And I have a static route towards 60, which is going through 20.10, which is the firewall IP. If I take a look at the firewall, it has a default route pointing towards 20.2, which is router 2, and the rest of it is directly connected. No, I just upgraded my community to Pro Crane. So I lost my Eve, the community one, unless I want to run it from a hard drive. I did it for my SD-WAN labs. You guys good with this so far, right? I don't need this one. I have this one. This one. How about 6? What do I do on 6? IP address changes to 24.4, router 4. This remains the same, flip the ACL. Crypto map, again, 24.4, and apply. This one also has a default route pointing towards 60.10, which is the ASA Firewall. Apply. Now the tunnel will have an issue over here. Why would the tunnel have an issue? When the tunnel gets established, you have two tunnels getting established. Phase 1, UDP 500 normally, and phase 2 using a protocol called ESP. Now, when you do this on the exam, you need to be precise. Don't say any UDP 500 or ESP. On the exam, you need to specify the tunnels coming in from 24.4 destined to 60.6, unless it's open-ended and they tell you that it's a dynamic tunnel. Otherwise, you need to be precise. So if I go to router, or not router, sorry, now I'm going to go to the ASA. I'll create an ACL over here. Call it outside permit UDP host. It's coming from low to high. 60.6 EQ 500. And then go ahead and apply it to the outside interface. Good. If I don't do that, the traffic from low to high is not allowed. It is not allowed. The tunnel will not work. So I'll do this over here on the ASA. Show access dash list. I have two entries. .6 and ESP 60.6. Good, guys? Everybody okay with this? So if everything's fine, my tunnel should establish from 4 to 6. Let's test. 10.6.6.6, source is 10.4.4.4, and we have liftoff. Show crypto ISACamp SA, show crypto IPSec SA. And my packets are getting encrypted. My port number that was used to set up phase 1 was 500. If I go down over here, my ACL will have a hit count on both. So what did we learn over here? What was the purpose of this lab over here, lab 1? That if you set up a tunnel from R4 to R6, an IPsec tunnel through the ASA, what entries do you need to open up? UDP 500, again, as I said, specific, and ESP. Clear so far, guys?